Hey, everybody. I gotta start by saying I love the diversity in this crowd. I really just look around the room and I can feel the curiosity and that you guys are all gathering here to talk about AI. It's amazing. So I started a robotics company a little over 4 years ago. We make autonomous vehicles. Specifically, we create the AI that enables the navigation of autonomous vehicles in complex, unstructured environments without GPS. That's just a geeky, techie way of saying we're gonna change the world by creating a mobility solution for people. So how did I get here? Well, in 2014, I quit my job because I wanted more purpose. I worked hard for my company, but I'd be asking myself, what was I doing for everybody else? Was I doing anything to make lives better in my community? The answer was no, so I quit. But I didn't know what I would do. I didn't know exactly what that purpose would look like. So for months, I went to events just like this, talks, meetups, looking for new ideas. And it could have been anything, social impact, med tech. I kept my mind open to any possibility. And thinking back to 2014 though, a lot of what I was hearing was about apps and enterprise software. And there was a lot of hype, but nothing resonated with me. And I was ready to go all in with my life savings into a new venture. I needed it to have impact. Nothing got me jumping out of my seat until my friend Matt and Anson, who are now my co-founders, came to me with an idea for robots. They said, machines that can move around and think intelligently. All I could picture was Rosie the robot from the Jetsons, like flying through the air in my mind. Because up until then, I never contemplated robotics. I'm not an engineer. Growing up, I had no exposure to computer science. I studied arts. I have a degree in English literature, and I worked in real estate. I could not have been further from robotics and AI. But I saw how it could help people. Let me give you some stats. We create 2.5 quintillion bytes of data per day. This is equal to 34 billion YouTube videos. 90% of this data was created in just the past 2 years. And all these bits and bytes of information that we exchange online become tangible through robotics. And that is what excites me. It's the potential for this technology to go beyond the digital and make our physical lives safer and easier. Very early on, me and my partners knew that we would be in the mobility space. Self-driving cars were emerging, but nobody was really paying attention to autonomous vehicles indoors, where we actually spend 87% of our time. We spend a lot of our waking hours just getting ourselves from A to B. Think about the hustle and bustle in airports, in malls, and in subways. So we knew that if we could come up with a mobility solution, we could help a lot of people. So that's what we set out to do. Our first 3 years were our build years. We didn't care about being first to market. We cared about being the best in the market. We developed a technology that can attach onto anything with wheels and make it self-driving. Last year, we put our system onto an electric-powered wheelchair to make it drive autonomously. We're using this to bring more freedom and independence of travel to people with mobility restrictions. And this is a spectrum. This could be your friend who has knee surgery and needs that last mile solution to get from his place to the subway so he can get to work. It could be your aunt who's traveling by herself and needs some help navigating a big, busy airport so she can catch her flight. It could be your cousin who lives with a disability and just wants to automate his chair to make getting around a little bit easier. Assistive technologies like this can help everybody. because we all benefit when we break down those frictions in our interactions with our physical environment. Here's an example. In the 1940s, urban planners started cutting wedges out of curbs. They designed this for wheelchair users to pass from the sidewalk to the street. Today, everyone benefits from this. That is called the curb cut effect. If you have ever pushed a stroller across the street or stumbled home drunk, you will know face first what I mean. In the last 4 to 5 years that I've been working in tech, I've noticed changes in how businesses operate. Cloud computing, data, and AI are transforming companies big and small. Last month, I was at a panel discussion, and there was an exec from Walmart speaking, the world's #1 retail chain, and he said that today, Walmart is a technology company. Car companies are technology companies. Every major manufacturer is bringing a self-driving vehicle into their product line. And this year, some of the biggest car brands, Audi, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, didn't even show up to the Detroit Auto Show. Instead, they put all of their latest and greatest on display at CES, the largest technology trade show. It's not the auto industry anymore. It's the mobility industry. And mobility is about more than just getting around. Mobility is freedom, the freedom to connect, the freedom to travel, to create more engaged communities. And this is what excites me, using our technology to make travel safer and more accessible to people of all ages, abilities, and wealth. This is how a robot helped me find my purpose, and I hope you find yours too. Thank you.